And today's Bible study comes from Mark chapter 12, verses 13 through 17. Later, they sent some of the Pharisees and Herodians to Jesus to catch him in his words. They came to him and said, "Teacher, we know that you are a man of integrity. You aren't swayed by others because you pay no attention to who they are, but you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. Is it right to pay the imperial tax to Caesar or not? Should we pay or shouldn't we?" But Jesus knew their hypocrisy. "Why are you looking to trap me?" he asked. "Bring me a denarius and let me look at it." They brought the coin, and he asked them, "Whose image is this, and whose inscription?" "Caesar's," they replied. Then Jesus said to them, "Give back to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's." And they were amazed at him. Well, once again, we see the Pharisees and the Herodians, trying to get after Jesus, and they trying to trip him up. So they came to him and said, "Teacher, we know that you are a man of integrity." They're flattering or giving flattering statements, but they really are just trying to get at Jesus and giving him backhanded compliments. "You aren't swayed, by others, because you pay no attention to who they are." Jesus cared about who everybody was. "But you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth." Well, if he taught the way of God, he always had to talk about love, and love had to be one of the cornerstones of the gospel, and loving the Lord first, and then loving your brothers and sisters. So going back to that, because you don't pay attention to who they are, Jesus knew who everybody was, good or bad. He knew their hearts. "Is it right to pay imperial tax to Caesar or not?" Uh-oh. Here's the question that we want to trap you with. Should we pay or shouldn't we pay? In other words, should we go against this king? Because Caesar was a name of the king. There were numerous Caesars, but this Caesar, he was saying, should we pay to him or shouldn't we pay to him? They were trying to get him to go against the Roman king. But Jesus knew their hypocrisy. And he simply said, "Why are you trying to trap me? What's up with that?" he asked them. "Bring me a denarius." That was the coin. That was the money. "And let me look at it." So they brought him a coin. And he asked them, "Whose image is this? And whose inscription?" And of course they were going to reply, "It's Caesar's," because that's whose it was. So Jesus said to them, "Well, give it back to Caesar. That is Caesar's." Okay. But everything is the Lord's. But get this back to Caesar. It has his name on it. It has his inscription. But to God, give what is God's. And that amazes him, because when you say give back to God, everything is his. But give him the praise, give him the worship, give him the obedience, give him the love, give him all of you, because you are God's. And if you realize that you belong to God, there was no need to ask me about Caesar, because everything belongs to the Lord. So they were amazed that Jesus responded to them that way, because he told them, "Give back to Caesar what is Caesar's." That ain't nothing. This all is God's. And to God, give to what is his. That spirit in you belongs to the Lord. That belongs to God. That body, that mobile temple that you have, belongs to the Lord. That praise belongs to the Lord. That reverence belongs to the Lord. All of these things belong to God. So they were amazed at Jesus, and he once again blew their minds. Amen.